Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to iHR's Human Resource Management video. The whole goal of us producing this video is in line with our continuous learning platform that we are trying to bring to the Malaysian human resource professionals. Okay. Today we are going to talk about progressive discipline. Now, discipline and managing discipline is an everyday thing for HR managers and line managers in Malaysia. In our experience in managing companies in the SME sector, this is an everyday thing for us. Okay? And we have realized that a lot of times that the whole disciplining process goes wrong because the whole focus was to punish rather than to improve. Now, when we talk about the area that we would like to talk about is actually progressive discipline. Now, what is progressive discipline? Progressive discipline is a process of improving an employee's performance and changing the negative behavior to achieve performance goals, which is when the employee achieves their performance goals, automatically the organization's performance goals are achieved. Now, what are the key elements which are critical in progressive discipline? Number one, act early. Okay? Do not let an issue or a behavior to prolong, because, ladies and gentlemen, we will be portraying to the employees, or the perception the employees will be having is that we are condoning their behavior. Now, next, be fair. When I say be fair from the employee point of view. Okay, whatever we do, there needs to be a balance. What the organization wants, what the employee wants, there needs to be a balance. So this has to be very fair for both the employer and the employee. Okay. Number, follow up. Focus on improvement. The whole idea of this whole progressive discipline process is improvement. Okay? Be firm. As HR managers or line managers, we need to be firm when we are dealing with disciplinary issues. It should be the seriousness of the issue. The employee must understand that. Okay? Now, what are the other important issues? Okay? Documentations. In every employee encounter that we have, the discussion through this process, there needs to be documentation. That means whatever we speak to them has to be documented and acknowledged by the employee. And I'll tell you why we need this at the end of the session. Okay? Now, the first step in progressive discipline is communication. Now, communication is not just about employees telling us what's their problem or the management telling the employee what's the problem. It is about an open discussion where we try to achieve a middle ground, a win-win situation, where we as the managers understand the employee's issues in achieving his performance goal, or what is making the employee behave in this manner. Okay. Number two, this open communication, it is the responsibility of management to tell the employee their concerns, not just you're not doing the job, but we are concerned if you're not doing this, what's wrong with you? It shows that employee cares. Okay. Third, in this communication session also we need to reinforce the organization's rules and regulations, expected behaviors and expected performance standards of each employee. Okay, it will be very helpful if we carry the job description during these meetings. It's very important to have a job description during this meeting. Okay, now after the communication process is over, what do we do next? We have to agree on corrective actions. We need to plan corrective actions. So in some cases, what are the corrective actions? In most cases, I will tell you, is coaching and training. There are some skills you can teach them on the job in the company itself. There are some you need to actually send them out for external training. You see, when employees lack skill and knowledge, they sometimes tend to react in a manner that they are showing their frustration, disappointment, that they are unable to do the job, their behavior changes. So again, it is our responsibility to make sure we put the employee on the right line, right ground, to show them the right path. So it's important to include coaching and training. Okay. Next, what do we do? Support. Now, after establishing goals and performance expectation, we can't simply let the employee be and try let them perform. What we need to do is support. And how do we support? We support through monitoring and continuously evaluating their performance and using that opportunity to continuously improve and reinforce your commitment as managers to the employee. Okay. Next, once all this we have done, then we have to come back and evaluate the employee based on the expectations we have given, based on the deadlines we have agreed, and then evaluate the employee. Okay. This gives the management or the organization an opportunity, number one, to improve the employee, okay? Number two, to achieve the performance results they want to achieve. Number three, in case we cannot improve this employee and this employee has to go, then we can do it in a manner where we have already started the process, where we have got our documentations, we have acted in a fair and equitable manner. Okay, this is how we need to do progressive discipline. Now, some points to ponder for HR managers when we are doing this, before I go to the benefits, is: are your line managers capable enough to manage employee relations? Do they understand things like principle of natural justice? Do they understand what is performance management? Because sometimes you realize if an employee is behaving in such a manner, it could be due to the lack of capability of the managers themselves. So this is something we need to think about before we start going into disciplining an employee. Okay? So HR managers, it is critical for you to understand the capabilities of business unit heads or line managers in your company. How capable are they? Okay? Next, we go down to benefits. Okay, what are the benefits? The benefits of progressive discipline is: number one, it gives the employee the opportunity to improve their behavior, their performance, and achieve results. Number two, enhance employer-employee communication. When we openly discuss with the employee, give them a chance or an opportunity to express themselves, that actually creates, motivates the employee to be more open and to come forward and to want to improve themselves. Number three, better retention. When employees have this confidence on management or the organization overall, they will not, they are not going to walk out from the organization because, number one, they know the organization cares for them. Number two, they have been given every opportunity to improve themselves. That itself is a motivation for employees. Number three, it is very expensive to replace a good employee. Now, by us reacting to situations and terminating an employee, trying to get a replacement for this employee is going to be very difficult. Probably you can replace the position, but you cannot replace the skills, the talent, the experience, and the knowledge that this talent you just lost. Okay. Last, when it comes to the employee not improving the performance, and we have come to a point that we decide to let go of this employee, we have built our groundwork in a manner which is fair, equitable, where we have looked into every consideration before we actually reach to this decision. Now, if this becomes a labor dispute, the organization is in a better place to fight this because you have done everything according to process, which is documented. The employees begin every chance to improve. That's the most important thing the courts want to know. How fair are you? So, my dear ladies and gentlemen, next week we'll talk about performance improvement plan. Till then, from iHR, have a great week.